Oh, that reminds me. I'm selling masks in my store now, so go ahead and check that out. Before I dive into, like, the real review, I just want to say how impressed I am that Rooster Teeth has been making each of these episodes, like, 20 minutes long. Because our average has been, like, 10 minutes, usually 15 minutes, 13, 15 minutes, somewhere in that range. And every episode of this volume has been, like, pushing 20 minutes, and that's really impressive. I'm super proud of them. I just remember back in the days when we got an episode from volume 1 and it was like 3 minutes long, and I was just sitting there going, ah, man, I wish it was like a real episode. Here we are. I like the plot point with this episode of Penny coming to terms with Pietro about doing her own thing and not having him just tell it, because that's been her thing since the very beginning, you know, her dad being overly protective of her. And I like how it's used as a framing device for this episode. It's a very good episodic kind of plot point, and we don't see that in RWBY too much anymore. It used to happen more back, like, during the Beacon days, but I'm glad they're using it in episodes. Like, you could probably point that out for other episodes too. It's just more apparent here, because Penny is really the only one we're focusing on this time around. I really like it. Their writing is just getting smarter and more refined, and it shows that they're improving. That's the best part about RWBY. Because, like, yeah, when you start, the episodes are 3 minutes long, and the writing is kind of, like, not good, and the animation looks like trash, and it's so fun seeing RWBY continue to improve and improve and improve. It's like one big art portfolio about someone's work just getting better over the years. And it's awesome. Okay, I literally just realized this. Oh my god. This is my third time watching this episode. Maria realizes Cinder's there before Penny does because Maria's preflexes. Hands down, the worst semblance in the show, but that's a cute way. I just now thought of that. Because, like, only someone who knows her semblance preflexes with it. That's cute. I like that. Quick nitpick before we get into the good of this fight, because there's a lot of good here. I wish her shadow was cast on their little, like, spaceship thing that they're floating around in. She's not casting a shadow here, and Neo didn't cast a shadow on it in the last episode. It might just be a modeling thing for the ship, but I've noticed it, and now I'm annoyed that I can't unnotice it. I love how aerial this fight gets, and they also play around with, because Cinder has like a million abilities, and they play around with all of her abilities in fun, unique ways. Like, we've seen her summon weapons before. I like seeing her, like, do the barrage of attacks and everything. It's very exciting. And it's not like these two could be of much use anyway. They're both too old for combat. So I regret all of that. Like, Maria is definitely proving me wrong when I was like, they can't do anything. Yeah, she can. Just put her in a giant robot. I wonder if she was inspired by Cordo. Like, people sit there and ask for a Stark, like, comic and stuff, like a Stark spin-off or whatever. I want to see the adventures of young Maria and young Cordo hating each other.
Get away from her, you bitch!
I feel like Emerald underplays her semblance for most of this episode, because last time when she's like, I've been working on it, I have high expectations. I still have that. I think we're just holding on to that. We're gonna reveal it at a more, like, interesting moment, where I think she's been working on affecting multiple people at once, and we just can't play around with this concept here. That's my theory, at least. Leave the oldies behind. Marie and Crow could die, or I regret everything I've ever said. Don't do that. Don't do that. I just realized how much I don't want that to happen. High intensity adventure thrills, mech fights, maiden battles in the sky, computers. Oh my fucking god. She brought back her bow and arrow. Oh my god. I think I've been, like, the only person actually asking to see this again. I see no one else talking about it. I love bows and arrows, especially when they're used in really fun, interesting ways, and, like, anime is the best way to do that. And she brought it back. Yes, they've listened to just me, because clearly I'm the only one asking for this, so it must be a treat for just me. I love how it's her grim arm, too. Like, that's because it was like, how can she hold the bow with her grim arm? I'm like, well, I don't know. It's an anime. We can figure it out. Just make it the bow itself. So much fun. Oh my god, I fucking love it. Maria is a little more than dead weight. She can't really fight anymore. I love this fight because I like seeing Maria being awesome and a sassy badass, but I'm not looking forward to the torrent of Neo stans complaining about, oh, she should have definitely kicked Maria's ass. Maria definitely did it, blah, 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 blah. I already had to listen to it nonstop with the fucking Oscar incident. Now it's gonna be this. Guess what? Your girl's not that great. Tiny little stupid farm boy landed a punch on her, and now old lady has landed, like, fucking knocked her out. It's almost like all those things I talked about in my video about thinking she's stronger than she actually is and projecting your own ideas onto her and using the rule of cool has been a detriment to show how powerful they are, had some merit to it in the end. To be fair, I don't hate Neo. I really don't. I think she's downright cute and has a lot of potential. But the aggressively toxic Neo fans, they're the reason I hate Neo.
I don't serve anyone.
Ooh. She's not gonna like hearing that. I think this is a very interesting glimpse at Cinder's true mindset. Like, she really doesn't actually, yeah, she'll sit there, she'll bow, she'll put on this mask in front of Salem, but she really doesn't think of herself as a follower of Salem. She's using Salem as a means to an ends, and that's gonna be pretty fucking intense for her when Salem finds out that's how she feels. Finally, I love seeing Cinder just go completely berserk on Penny. Like, with this fight, it got intense. Like, her grimarm really felt scary in this episode. Just the way she's attacking Penny here. And it's crazy. It's really cool, actually. I love just how, like, she's getting, like, more and more into it. And it's fun that they get to play around with the choreography a lot more, too. Just a good Cinder episode, really. Good fights. Just great. I'm having a great time. So last time, I was really convinced this team was gonna be espionage, because they have it all set up. Cinder has sneaky powers, and she can change her clothes in an instant if she wants to, and she's done sneaky espionage things before. Neo can change her appearance entirely. Emerald could make you just think she's not there, or just make the others look like they're not there. This would have been great for espionage, and I think the killer is Cinder keeps thinking she can just charge in and win. That was what went wrong with Haven. And that was her idea, just charge in, and every time, she seems to have forgotten that she succeeded at Beacon because she slipped under the radar. I hope this plays a role in their development for the rest of this volume. The villains, these three villains. I don't think this was a mistake on the writers for not thinking about it. I think this is a deliberate thing, that Cinder is not utilizing their abilities to their biggest potential.
Big picture.
I don't care about the big picture. I care about my daughter.
Hey guys, I think we've been sleeping on Pietro over here. First of all, huge props to Dave Fennoy. Dave Fennoy? I hope I'm saying that right, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. Huge props to Dave, who does a great job of voicing Pietro.
I lost you before. And you're asking me to go through that again?
But also, like, we've been really underestimating Pietro's stance on all this. Because a big thing, when Penny came back, a lot of people were like, oh, it just undermines her death. Because now she could just die again, and Pietro could just bring her back again. But I don't think we've been thinking about how Pietro feels about this, because it's like he says here.
I want the chance to watch you live your life.
He wants to watch his daughter grow up. He wants to live with his daughter. And he doesn't have enough aura in him to bring her back without killing himself in the process. And that sucks. He doesn't want her to just live, he wants to live with her. I think this scene has done a great job humanizing Pietro a little bit more, giving him a bit more character and personality than from what we got last volume. And this is just a great scene. This is a good emotional episode in general.
I look pretty good for a dead bitch.
I really love how they've done the message to Remnant. It's not only is it just fun getting the fan service of seeing all of our old favorites again, but it really does help make you realize how much they have gone through and how many people have been there for them to get to this moment. Because it's not just nobodies that were being shown, you know, it's specifically people who have had their hands in Team RWBY's adventure along the way. Whether it's something as minor as Glinda being there, or just Sun and Neptune and Ilya, just people who have been right there with Team RWBY this entire time. I like seeing them again without pushing them into the plot unnecessarily. And it's a nice scene, but I worry. I worry that this might have the opposite effect of what they're wanting to do, because it's pretty spooky. Because, like, you know, hey guys, there's a big evil demon witch lady on her way, and she can control the Grimm, and it's real, with real evil magics, and she can't be killed. But And also, by the way, Ironwood, the general of the largest military in the world, he can't be trusted either. But you know what? Just stay positive. Like, I get the idea of what they're saying. It's good to say it, like, the people do need to know in general, but it might have a big chain reaction of negativity, but there might be a lot of grim attacks now, because a lot of people are gonna start freaking the fuck out. And it might be, this feels like an anti-spirit bomb. You know, instead of pushing those positive vibes forward, we were just sending out negative ones. So I worry what consequences this will have on Remnant, but this is also something they prepared for. Like, they knew it was going to happen, but it is more important that we get the word out there about Salem and her evil crew, rather than just trying to keep things hidden in the shadows for forever, because it wasn't, clearly not helping.
No, come back.
Why you gotta do that to my heart? No. So, also, huge shout out to Taylor McNee, who's the voice actress of Penny. She also does a great job. Paul and Dina family, stepping it up this volume.
No! Dad!
I'm nervous. I'm excited. I don't know what's gonna happen. Anything can happen. I'm jazzed we're getting into it, like, right away. Lots of times with RWBY, they'll wait till, like, the end of the volume to bring in crazy plot points like this up. And, because this episode feels like the finale, and this is only episode 5, we're not even halfway through the volume yet. There's 14 episodes this volume. We're not even half. What is going to happen? I can't predict what's gonna happen, because it all feels like boss mode. And I bet watching this volume as, like, a movie, back-to-back episodes, I bet it's gonna be very stressful, but it's been incredibly exciting on a weekly basis. I'm loving it. I keep saying each episode is my next favorite, and it's true. They just keep getting better and better and better. And this was a very good emotional episode. It really tugged at your heartstrings this time around. Penny and Pietro's lines to each other, especially, it just really hits you right in the heart.
I love you.
Penny!
It's great writing, great performances, great episode. I wonder if Penny's gonna get fucked up falling into the atmosphere. Because, like, I expect the anime thing where, like, you know, she'll have a couple of black smudges on her now. But I wonder if they, like, burn her hair off or something like that. I don't know, really make her fucked up. Go Terminator on us. Winter is joining the Aesops. I'm gonna mark that off my bingo board, because, like, yeah. I think this is as much confirmation as we can get, because, you know, she's also now dressed in the same color palette as the Aesops, with that red and dark blue. So, yay me!
Genius, you thought?
Wow, dumbass. It's like trusting the bad guys was a bad idea. Who would have thought? Oh my god. Okay, so Watts has a means of escape, Penny is getting hacked, and now there's a river of grim. There is so much that could potentially happen next episode, and I don't even know where to begin. All of it is so exciting. I've had such a great time. But the real thing I want to touch on that I'm most excited for is Cinder's arc. I'm super invested in what's happening with Cinder this volume. So, Cinder fucked up big time. I expected her to get some kind of victory, but literally nothing she set out to do this episode was a success. And not only was nothing she did this episode a success, Watts did everything she wanted to do, and he succeeded at all of it. Her plan was to go in and get the maiden, and he hacked into Penny. He has the maiden now. We didn't need to kill her or try to swap maiden powers or this, that, and the other thing. Hack into her. She's gonna go get the relic. That's what they want. And so yeah, literally every single thing Cinder was trying to do this episode, she failed, got really hurt, fucked up her teammates at the same time, and Watts did it while sitting at a computer.
Anything you can be, I can be greater.
It's embarrassing for Cinder. It's super embarrassing. And a lot of people are like, oh, this girl is useless, blah, blah, blah. No, that's the point. She's supposed to fail. She's supposed to look like a failure, because now it's going to be this thing that I really don't know what Salem's going to end up doing with her. Because, like, I doubt she wants to keep her around. Is she going to kill her? Is she going to kill Neo and Emerald? She clearly doesn't give a shit about Cinders and his lackeys. No, I'm really excited to see what's going to happen. There's so many interesting plot points. And we're only on episode 5, so we have so much time to develop and get these plot points going in really fun, interesting ways. I've been loving this volume so far. I don't know what else to say. This was a very, like, tight episode. Very, very smart, great dialogue, great action, just great writing. You know, who did write this episode? Just curious. What? Miles, you beautiful bastard. What are you doing to me? What? You're gonna turn around and give me that shit cordially invited last volume, and then you're gonna show up this volume and hand me this fucking emotional masterpiece on a silver platter? What? This was a great episode. For all you asshats who continue to sit there and go, Miles and Carrie are the most terrible writers in the world, blah, blah, blah. You know what? Go cry me a river. Fuck off. If you look at this episode and don't realize how good Miles has gotten at writing episodes, then you don't even belong. Then just shut up and go away. This has been great. It's like I said in the beginning. Look at me. Bringing it all back around. RWBY's just one awesome portfolio of seeing them improve, and Miles has clearly very much improved. Well done, sir. I applaud you. This was a great episode. Probably your best yet. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. I guess that's it this time around. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions. A lot happened in this episode, which is weird because we feel so confined to like one spot. But a lot happens in this episode. Tell me what you think of the episode down in the comments below. Quick shout out to my $10 patrons. You're all amazing. Nako, Michael, James Dodds, Cool Duck, Andrew, Ramiel, Valhalla Knight, Chamomile, G Extreme, and Classy Critic. You're all amazing. Thank you all so much. And all of you, I want to hear your thoughts and opinions in the comments. This volume has been a real roller coaster so far. I want to know, what are you expecting to happen next? What was your favorite part of this episode? Who's your favorite voice actor? Or voice actress? Like, because, you know, those are some good voice acting this time around. Any and all thoughts, I want to see them in the comments. Leave me your theories and everything. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.